Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the trendiest high street fashion bags right now. These are bags that aren't designer handbags or contemporary handbags. They're from high street fashion brands, which means that these bags are cheaper, and they've all become popular with a cult following because of their affordable prices. But before anything else, if you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm trying to reach 3,000 subscribers this year, so if these are the types of videos that you like watching, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button down below. And if you want to connect with me in my socials, it's at JishDLF. I love fashion in general, not just designer brands, so I'm always on the lookout for emerging brands out there. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the trendiest bags from high street fashion brands right now. These bags, because they're from high street brands, they're mostly under the $500 price range. Actually, we could even go a little bit lower. I would say a lot of them are actually under $200 US, but I do have some in this list that went over the $200 US price range. So I'm just gonna say that these are all under 500, but I would say that majority are under $200 US. Of course, these are high street fashion brands, so their prices are obviously cheaper. These are bags that are everywhere, especially on social media and especially on a lot of fashion bloggers on Instagram. A lot of them would be carrying these bags because they're really the trending it bags right now. So if you're looking to get yourself a new bag that's trending and popular, if you want to rock the latest trending it bag that everyone is sporting these days, then keep on watching. So number one on this list is the Beyond the Vines dumpling bag or the poofy bag. So Beyond the Vines is a brand based in Singapore, and their dumpling bag is their most popular bag. The poofy bag came out a bit later, I think it just came out this year, but the dumpling bag is really the bag that everyone basically has on social media. I feel like the dumpling bag is such a street style bag. It really caters to functionality, being on the go. It's marketed as this carry-all multifunctional bag, a bag that's meant for daily wear, for your everyday activities. They market it as a very convenient bag to use. And I gotta say, for Beyond the Vines, their marketing is really good because I know that I stumbled on them before through an ad, and apparently a lot of people love this brand already. They also did have very good ads, and I gotta say that the publicity materials, they're really good. So I feel like the marketing really pushed that bag out. For the prices on their website, they're all in Singaporean dollars, so I'm just gonna mention the Singapore dollars rate. So for the micro size, which is like a mini type of bag, it's at 69 to 79 Singaporean dollars. So the 79 being the limited edition ones, which are like tricolor. Then they have an extra small, which is at $79, a medium size at $89, and an extra large size at $109. There's also the poofy bag, which is their latest offering, which I find cute, but it might be a little too small for me. I feel like I would have considered it if it was a little bigger, like maybe this size, because right now I think they only come in one size, which is like I think this small. It actually looks pretty functional. Again, they marketed it as a functional bag, a functional everyday on-the-go bag, and it's targeted more towards those who love to wear shoulder bags or crossbody bags. Because the dumpling bag has more of like a tote bag effect, like that's the vibe of it, while the poofy bag, it's more compact and it's more of like closer to your body. So for the poofy bag, it's at 89 Singaporean dollars. So in US dollars, when converted, the price range is around 50 to 80 US dollars. For Beyond the Vines, I know that their material is also waterproof. It's a type of nylon material similar to Longchamp's nylon, except it's a little more crinkly. I actually haven't seen one in person, although they have shops here in my country, but the fact that a lot of people are carrying this bag already says a lot about the quality and the durability. The next bag is the Marc Jacobs, the tote bag. Now, Marc Jacobs is a contemporary designer brand, but I feel like the price point of this, as well as the fact that almost everyone has it, it almost makes the tote bag a high street fashion bag. So brand-wise, Marc Jacobs is a contemporary brand, but for this specific, the tote bag, I feel like this already very high street, especially with the amount of people carrying this bag. So the tote bag is another bag that I think is everywhere. I think in this list, the tote bag is the most worn, at least in my country. Like, everyone literally has this bag. It actually became really popular, I think, last year or 2 years ago, but I think last year was the peak. Maybe like mid last year was the peak when everyone was going crazy about the tote bag. Everyone was unboxing them, and when you go around to the malls, everyone had a tote bag with them. but now it kind of died down already, and right now at this time I would say that the tote bag is already dying down and it's not as popular anymore as before. But it's still a really great bag. I mean, all of these people wouldn't be buying this tote bag if it weren't functional. I actually have a full review of this bag which I will link up above. I don't really want to dwell on the details anymore in this video, but as a spoiler, if you haven't watched my review yet, I would say that it's definitely a great bag. So for the prices of this, before there only used to be 3 sizes, but now I think they're at 4 or 5. But for now, the prices I'm gonna give are only of the 4 styles, because there's also a micro one, but I wasn't able to get the price of that one. But anyway, for this bag, for the mini size, it's at $275 US for the canvas version and $325 for the leather version. For the small, which is a bit smaller than this, because they released the mini size, so like the sizes actually got weird after, because this used to be a small, but because they released a new mini size, which is more of like a compact mini, it's like around this size. The old mini, which was a little bit bigger, became the small, and this became the medium. So for the small size, it's $175 US in canvas and $395 US in leather. And then for the medium, which is this size, it's $195 for the canvas and $450 for the leather. And finally, for the large size, which is more of like a shoulder bag tote type, that one is $225 US for the canvas and $595 for the leather. Next bag is the Longchamp mini pouch. Now this bag is actually just meant to be a pouch, but it was designed, it was just meant to be like an accessory or like a wallet pouch. However, because of its cute petite size, people started transforming it into a mini bag. I saw this bag before it went trending on TikTok, and when I saw it in person, I already found it so cute because it's actually very reminiscent of your regular Le Pliage Longchamp bag. It's like literally a downsized version of it, even with the flap closure and everything. Because Longchamp's mini bags are actually still pretty big. Like the ones on their website, if you check mini bags, they're actually like still about this size. So their mini bags are actually big in size. So when this Le Pliage pouch came out, it was just so novelty. It looked like such a novelty item because it was so tiny. It's about like this small, and you could still fit a lot inside. So I feel like that's the reason why a lot of people really bought into it. So what people do with this bag is they order these like clips or like strap-ons from Amazon, or I think Shopee at this point. I feel that you could get it there as well. And then because it only comes as a pouch, it doesn't come with a strap, and because it went trending on TikTok, it got really famous that people started selling the long straps as well that you can attach to the bag. So now if you want a really cute, tiny, mini bag from Longchamp, then you can definitely convert this pouch into one. And I love my mini bags, as you can see, so I really love this bag. However, because it's so small in size, it's not as well known as, say, the tote bag or the dumpling bags from Beyond the Vines. I feel like mini bags are very niche, so less people have it. However, I'd say that it's still such a trending and popular bag right now. For the pricing of the Le Pliage bag, it's at $85 US. Next is JW Pei, the Maze bag and the Gabby bag. Now JW Pei is a brand that became popular because celebrities were carrying this bag. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Hailey Bieber or Gigi Hadid that was carrying this bag, or like a bunch of them. Like some celebs were photographed carrying this bag, specifically the Gabby ruched shoulder bag. So because the shoulder bag style is very popular right now because of the 90s trend, a lot of people like bags that were very colorful and like easy to put on the shoulder, and this is one of the bags. So the celebs slash influencers started wearing these bags, and that's basically what started it. It's not like Beyond the Vines where it came from like true Instagram marketing. This one is from influencer marketing. So the celebs, I'll just put their photos here because I don't remember which celebs they were, but obviously when something like that gets really popular, it's usually because a stylist and of course the celebrity is paid to carry that bag. So JW Pei wasn't really popular before, and it would always make you think like, why would a really top celeb wear this bag that's like a high street fashion brand, right? So it's really obvious when these brands go for that celebrity influencing route because it's like out of the blue, but it worked. A lot of people really love the bag, and right now it's very popular. Aside from the Gabby bag, there's also the Maze bag, which looks very similar to the Bottega cassette bag. It's also like the shoulder bag with a flap, and then it also has the weaving, but I feel like that's also a reason that it got popular because it's technically like a dupe of the original Bottega cassette. However, I'd just like to mention that the material of these bags, they're just vegan leather, so they're not exactly meant to like stand the test of time. So if that's something that concerns you, then you might want to do more research on this bag first. For the Gabby bag, it's at $89 US, and for the Maze bag, it's $129 US. And last but not least, another bag that got really popular the past 2 years, Telfar. So Telfar got really popular as a consequence to the BLM protests, because following the BLM protests was the campaign of supporting black-owned businesses, and Telfar is a black-owned business. So that's what started it. It was also hard to get this bag. I think their approach for this bag was artificial scarcity. In their early days, they really created an artificial scarcity for this bag. So it would always be sold out online, and there would be wait lists for it, to the point that articles were already being made about the brand because it was so hard to get. So that's what really hyped the brand up. And also, I believe Beyonce mentioned this brand in one of her songs. So of course, that's another thing that added to the appeal of it. For the Telfar tote bags, they come in a mini, a small, and a medium. The mini is at $150 US, the small at $202, and the medium at $257. However, for Telfar, it also only comes in faux leather as well. So with regard to durability and the quality of it is again something that you have to see first and you have to test out over time. So that's about it. Those are the most popular and trending high street fashion bags right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button down below to help the YouTube algorithm. I'm trying to reach 3,000 subscribers by this year, so I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe. And if you want to connect with me on my socials, it's at ChurchDLF. I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye!